This program contains coarse language and discusses mature themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, I love this dress. It just, for me, that I don't have the bujungas that a lot of the women have. It's off like a Princess Fiona vibe,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but like not like when she's Shrek form. But she's beautiful there too. It's just I don't have the.
I've seen the fourth one. I don't know if I've seen the fourth one.
What?
I've seen multiple Shrek movies.
No, it's okay.
First,
I've seen the first two, maybe three.
I guess there's a fourth. I know there is a fourth one, but I forget which one is the third one and which one's the fourth one.
I've seen the one when they're with obviously the first one because that was just iconic, and then the second one was with the crazy grandma or whatever. It was the mom.
The fairy godmother and meeting Fiona's parents, and
right.
the father turns into he croaks and turns into a frog.
Oh, okay.
Either the third one or the fourth one. One of them has Rumpelstiltskin in it, but I don't remember which one it is which.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. DreamWorks really needs to step up their game because there's not that is the most like iconic like. And if you think of the like studio of DreamWorks, everyone always goes to Shrek.
I mean, they did just release a second Puss in Boots movie, which did pretty well in the box office. So
I didn't even know there was a first Puss in Boots.
I heard of it, didn't watch it.
Speaking of Puss, welcome to the Ugly Couch podcast, or welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and all non-binary friends. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh goodness gracious! I'm sorry, everyone. It was a terrible intro. Oh, this is what happens when you record on a Monday. Ayo. This is the Ugly Couch podcast. Thank you guys for continuing and supporting us and loving us and following all of our weird shenanigans that we do on this channel. And today we are blessed with a new guest, and it is one and only beautiful Morg. How are you?
I'm good.
Have you been doing anything wild lately?
I mean, wild. I mean, going to the goth bar is probably the most wild thing I've done this week. I played Magic: The Gathering yesterday.
We are stand here on the Ugly Couch for Magic: The Gathering. Such a great game. Whether you play it, you should play it in physical form, but we still like it when you play it, online and whatnot. It's still fun.
I mean, it's fun, but it's better in person. And one of the people I played with is a fetish photographer, so that's cool.
Oh wow!
They were at the goth bar.
Wow, it's always so fun and interesting when our nerdism connects with what we do in a weird, naughty way.
Oh yeah, no, it's fun to meet people who are nerdy about sex because it's not like vanilla's just boring.
Don't get me wrong. I love vanilla ice cream. It's great as an a la mode. But you know what? When it comes to the sexual stuff, I like to spice it up a little bit. Put a little ginger in there.
Like every once in a while is fine, but
Yeah, but the people that put a little ginger, the ginger roots should probably not go in some orifices. That is a little too spicy for my taste.
I don't think there's a podcast that was talking about like people using the ginger root as like a thing, and it's.
I don't mind a lot of other things that go there, but ginger is terrifying.
It definitely shouldn't be.
So duly noted, I won't go with any of your guys' orifices. Because one, I'm ginger, and two, I'm dark, so I'm a very dark spice. So that's amazing that because you talk about it a lot on your profile about how you like to kind of mix up, nerdy and like sexual stuff. Are you into like any like cosplay or anything? Because that's usually like the big thing that people go for.
I've been I've been doing costumes, but I haven't like gone to any conventions yet. So I usually just go all on Halloween. I've been planning. I plan to. I just always like forget to buy the ticket and don't end up going. But maybe I'll try to go to it's Fan Fusion, I think, in Phoenix.
Oh,
And I tried to go to that this year, but I haven't had a costume ready yet.
well, and you're into some like very like artsy like fashion, like your fashion. Like I love your photos. Your fashion is outstanding.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful because even with like your rope art that you've recently been posting is so amazing.
I need to get better at it.
Oh, I'm terrible. I try like even just a little simple harness, and it was just walking around shaking. And it's just like it just fell apart, and I was like, well, I tried. I'll move on.
Yeah, I just need to get out to like some, you know, rope bites or whatever there, or there's other ones with different names, but I need to get out there in Phoenix. It's
Yeah, there's a lot of rope classes that happen out in Phoenix, and
yeah,
there's a lot of that.
I've done like the in like going to the bar and meeting some people. I just haven't like finalized going to like I think it's the Shibari uh Shibari something.
Because you're pretty fresh and new here to the Phoenix area.
Oh yeah, I've only been here since like November 5th.
Wow, that's super fresh and new.
Yeah.
And because you came from Jersey, so that's a huge move.
hmm
What do you think so far, Phoenix?
I like Phoenix. I've been trying to do some more like exploring by myself recently, but like I did before I got my job, I did a little bit more of that. Like it was a little easier because I had more time, but I didn't. I wanted to check out the Breakfast Bitch. Saw it in person. It was like,
Oh my God. Okay, I've been there so many times. You definitely will go, and I will go with you.
okay. It just seemed like it might be too. It was definitely more of a brunch spot, not like a go in and get something thing, which is what I
You
was looking
can.
for today.
You definitely can, but it is definitely an experience.
Yeah. It is definitely something to go with like some other people rather than like just pop in alone. So I went to like Fillmore Coffee Company instead, which was
Oh,
more the vibe I was looking for at the moment.
it's great. I love it there too. I mean, the downtown Phoenix area is absolutely amazing, and you know, I lived in Northern California for 20 years, and being so close to San Francisco, I thought that it would be a lot more filled with kinky people, but everyone's here in Phoenix, by the way. We're all really weird and horny all the time. So thinking about that, like how was the, going from the East Coast to I guess the West Coast, like is there like a difference in the world for you like that?
I mean, not that I went to the beach a lot, but now I'm like the. I used to be a half an hour away from the beach. Now it's like 6 hours to get to California, and
I
it's like
know.
I didn't like going to the beach like when people are there, but I did like at night when no one's there. Very fun.
Right.
Like
But
I remember.
I've never been to the beach on the East Coast, so that's it for me. Living in California for 20 years, the beaches are so different.
I still haven't been to California. I have some friends who live there and a cousin, so I've been meaning to visit. I mean, I think I have some vacation time in November, so I should start planning that.
There are some fun nudist beaches there if you ever like want to like dabble into that.
Yeah, there was one or two in Jersey that I thought about going to, but like it's been hard. It was like within the past 2 years, and it's like a little hard to get. It was a little hard to get out there, especially in like 2021 and all that. It's just like hard
All
to
of our
make that
beaches were
push.
closed down. It was so sad.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm glad that you moved here to Arizona because we're pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
And then maybe one day after this, if you're cool with after whatever happens tonight, that you could be on the ugly couch.
Sure. Sounds like fun.
I'm still, again, I'll keep telling everyone, I'm not cleaning these stains. They all tell a story. So just know that if you sit on it, you're sitting on probably 7 stories within one cushion.
Of course.
But what I wanted to like hit on you with was what we talked about earlier. I'll be honest, I've been doing this podcast for about 3 months now. I don't really know a lot about, I've been in a polyamorous relationship. You know, my boyfriend and I, we're swingers. We've been in a relationship with a unicorn. But I never thought about this, but you wanted to talk about like jealousy.
Well, yeah,
about it.
like, so with my ex, we closed it because they got really jealous of. So my friend's cousin was in town from Oregon when I was in Jersey, and I had a really nice night. And then my partner got jealous, and what I read was like, okay, we close it, and we find the root of the jealousy, and like figure that out, and then we can open it again. But like, they never wanted to have that conversation. They never. They said they would go to therapy with me and talk about it, but then they never actually showed up and like stood me up like 2 or 3 times before the relationship ultimately ended. So if you're not willing to do communication, it's not gonna work out. And then this time, my current partner, we opened it up about a month before I moved out here. I got pretty jealous, and eventually we're now progressed to a platonic relationship between me and them.
Well, hold on. Let's lay a break on this, because how did you decide to be in a polyamorous relationship? Because just from my personal experience, my partner and I sat down and talked about it and tried to have that open communication before we let anyone ever, get in on that. So was there any ever approach like that?
With my ex, I mentioned it offhandedly, and then they brought it up later. And eventually, when they got jealous, they were like, I never actually wanted it. I thought it was something that you wanted, and that didn't feel great. They were I was like, we should talk about it, figure out these boundaries first. They were of the mind of, let's just figure it out as we go, which isn't the way to go.
That can lead to some negative things, because you can't. I always tell people, you can't make someone else happy unless you're happy, and that is such that kind of a situation where, I deal with this all the time with my partner, that because he's such a hard worker, and so I'll try and make him happy, but then I'm not happy. So it's just, you're never gonna get that same kind of like feeling and vibe, that they're gonna go, oh well, you're upset and uncomfortable. I don't want to do this if you're like that. So having that kind of a communication is really, really important. So that sucks that they try to jump into something to make you happy, and then that made them unhappy.
Yeah, and yeah, it wasn't what I wanted. I thought they were into it. And yeah, I don't think we even like had the same idea of what polyamory was, because they were thinking open relationship of we have like some one night things, and I was thinking polyamory where you have a couple people, a couple partners, and yeah.
Because there's definitely a lot of different definitions of being polyamorous. Whether a lot of people will think when you say the word poly, it could mean that you're just open to playing with other people, having them in your lives, or you actually like have like relationships with them, and it gets very intimate, not only in the bedroom but in your personal lives.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it that you were looking for?
Well, with that relationship, part of it was that they had a religious family, and I didn't get to see them more than like once a week. And so I thought it'd be a good idea. Well, I guess they thought it'd be a good idea for me to be able to explore, because they had some limitations. And when I did explore it, I did find it was easier for me to just talk to people that I find attractive, because when I was in a monogamous relationship, I felt like I can't talk to this person. If I'm too attracted to them, and I get in my head about the anxiety and just like kind of freeze instead of just being able to make new connections. And so I want to be able to make friends with people who I find attractive and interesting, and then see where it goes. And that gives me that freedom, even if I haven't really done that too much. It's just like having the option just really frees up my anxiety.
Right. Yeah. Being able to have some freedom and kind of like, no, I don't want to say options, like, or choices either. But it really, that's what it is, I can't stand having a monogamous relationship. I did that for so long. And then I met my current partner, and having, this like trust and honesty with each other. Like, hey, if you like want to go like hang out or like play with someone else, it's great. That's what makes you happy. That's what makes me happy. But having that open honesty and communication with it, and it gets hard. So, but it takes away my anxiety too, because I have anxiety disorder and DID and whatnot, and damn doctors today were like, by the way, you're not getting better. I was like, okay, cool, sick. But going off of that, so you told your partner at the time that like that you wanted to have options, and they said that they were okay with it.
Yeah. My current partner, before we started even dating, we talked about polyamory and how like having one person be everything for you is just too much, or being everything for one person is just too much expectation. And so before we started dating, we connected on that, and at least they were willing to try and communicate with me about the things. They're kind of avoidant anxious, so like they took a while to tell me that their feelings changed. I wish they told me sooner, but I can't really get mad about them for that. So they're feeling more platonic about me. I wish they told me sooner, so that uh you know but whatever.
Because that means that you've already started developing such intimate feelings for them, and now you kind of have to backtrack. And
Yeah, because we've been dating for about a year. We had like 3 vacations together, had a lot of intimacy, and then like once I moved out here, it felt very different, and uh, they're trying to reassure me that their feelings were the same, but their actions weren't the same. And just if we were on the same page earlier, I would have been able to adjust earlier. But I understand they're anxious about the whole thing. They didn't want to hurt me.
did you move out here because of that person?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're roommates and platonic partners. They are one of my best friends. But yeah, it is a little unfortunate, but
you're roommates with someone who decided to friend zone you after dating a year.
platonic partnership.
Platonic, yeah.
A little
Yeah,
different.
it's
A
a
little
little, but
different.
still, like,
Yeah,
that is a lot.
it is a lot.
That's a big commitment that you jumped to, from going
Uh,
from the East Coast to here.
mhm.
Whoa. But I'm glad that you like made like a even level on your relationship with this person. And it's going really well for you guys.
I mean, as well as it can go right now. I've I've managed to sort through my jealousy about their partner, because like a lot of it was like goblin thoughts, having conspiracies about them that I knew weren't
Oh
true,
yeah.
but like I couldn't handle, so I asked for some space from them. Apparently, me trying to explain that got angry because they didn't really understand that I was saying these are thoughts I'm having, but I don't believe them. Um, and mixed with some other things that I thought were actual issues, but we worked that out. Um, I've made my own friends. trying to put myself out there.
That's really I think that's so groovy that you've been able to, because that I can't imagine, because I would have broken so much shit if I went so deep into a relationship, thought it was gonna like be my one and only. Maybe we do some other weird shit. If you want to put a finger in my butt while we take a shower, that's cool. See, you guys, I turned that around. It's not always in your butt. Maybe it goes in my butt too. Fuck off. I went 20 minutes without fucking swearing, so good for you.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy,
Nice.
huh? Time flies. Yeah, I know. That's a record. Thank you, Julie and Calvin. I appreciate you so much. Sorry, that's my editing team. Please have a little bubble that says "fuck off, Ginger." Thank you. Just kidding. Please don't do it. You edit too much. But so you were in a polyamorous relationship. Everyone got jealous, and then
I
you
got jealous.
Yeah,
and it was still like and it seemed like it was a problem. And every time I tried to bring it up, they got defensive over Joel instead of trying to help me feel reassured. And I wasn't getting the reassurance because their feelings had changed, but they didn't want to be direct about that, which I understand, because they didn't want to hurt my feelings. So they took a couple months to tell me that their feelings had changed.
That's crazy, because that'll affect someone so much if you don't take I know it's never an easy thing to tell someone that, hey, I'm not feeling the same way as you are, but don't wait that long. That's too long.
They were trying to tell me indirectly for a while, so I get it, but they gotta be direct.
Yeah, because I'll see those subtle hints and go, I'll change that somehow. Yeah, right? You like eggs in bed? I'll make you breakfast in bed. That's cool. Or if you want to put a thumb in my butt in the shower, that's fine. But it's all about communication. You have to be open and honest, and it's never going to be an easy thing. But even for me, I will tell a little story. I was at home. It was about 12:30. My boyfriend should have been home by 12. And I looked on Life 360 app. It's a great app if you're an Android user. If you're an iPhone user, fuck off. But I love you still too. But it's a tracking app. And I saw that he was pulled over in a bit of a residential area. And my heart went in full-blown panic. And I thought he was cheating on me. We're in an open relationship. But I called that motherfucker so quickly. And I was like, what are you doing? Because I was getting jealous, because we're usually open about stuff. And he sent me a picture. And he's like, I just ordered this huge Philly cheesesteak sandwich. I just pulled over on the side of the road to finish eating it. And I was like, I feel like such a fucking idiot, because I got jealous instantly to see that he wasn't driving home anymore because he was eating a sandwich and not banging a bitch. Sorry, women, if you get offended by saying that, okay? But jealousy is a big thing. And if you feel jealous about something, say it. And if you're not feeling on the same level, please tell us. It's all gonna fucking suck. But the sooner you feel that way, the sooner you tell it, the sooner we can, cross that bridge. Because it's not fair to either parties. And especially in something with poly, because you have to have such big trust in a polyamorous relationship. And how long did the relationship last?
So it was I guess so we started dating. They sent the Valentine in the mail. I got it February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day last year, and it's sometime in January, late January, that they finally told me that their feelings had changed.
Wow. So this is a couple of months, but hey, little dip in the water.
Yeah.
It's hard, because we had our unicorn. I love you. I know that you're not watching this, and if you are, please text me, because I miss you so much. She was the fact that we had 2 gingers in one room, that's very rare. It was explosive, but it was great, and I never thought that I would ever be in a polyamorous relationship. But I mean, I guess would having a unicorn be polyamorous? Because we were also, intimate outside and inside the bedroom. Would you consider that polyamorous?
That's a type of polyamory. I mean, okay. A triad's a form of polyamory.
Yeah, because we definitely like we would go like play disc golf or like go out to dinner with all of each other and then fuck each other's brains out. So
Yeah, there's triad, then there's the hinge partners, there's the polycule, there's a bunch of different forms of it.
There's a lot, and it takes a lot of trust to do something like that, because I definitely experienced myself with jealousy because she was gorgeous. I think she was a year older than me. Sorry again if you're watching. I think we were the same age actually. And it was just, I'd get jealous, like, you know, just having just them fucking and me just sitting there watching. But then I finally got to embrace the love of like that, to be able to share that with, you know, other people. And if you want to be vanilla, cool. But maybe you want to put a couple of sprinkles on there, you know? I like rainbow sprinkles on my ice cream. Don't judge me.
As long as you don't call them Jimmies.
Call them what?
Jimmies?
What is that?
That's what some weirdos call sprinkles. Rainbow Jimmies.
Never heard of that.
Don't mess with me. I've got Jimmies.
You call sprinkles? Why would you call it a Jimmy? What did Jimmy do?
I don't call them that. I know people do.
Whoever Jimmy is that decided to also be referenced as sprinkles, you need to contact me so quickly. That must be like such an East Coast thing, because that is weirdest fucking thing ever.
Don't think it's an East Coast thing. But it's definitely a weird thing.
Well, that's why I love doing this podcast, because we learn something new every fucking time. I'm gonna go to Baskin Robbins, which is right across the street from me, and go, can you put some Jimmies on them? No? Yo, you don't have any Jimmies? Dang it, all fresh out.
Well, you know what pork roll is?
A pork roll, yes. It's a roll full of pork.
Well, in Jersey, there's like the Taylor ham pork roll debate, and
there's a debate on pork roll?
Yeah, there's people in North Jersey who are wrong and call it Taylor ham, even though the product's called pork roll, because the FDA was like, hey, you can't call that ham legally. And they still call it Taylor ham, despite the fact that the packaging says pork roll on it. And it's just one brand.
Okay, I know right now that my BFF Johnny hopefully is watching this right now. You need to find Taylor ham and give me all the evidence on this right now. Wait, so it's just a debate? That sounds like the same thing with like Pringles. They can't actually call them chips because they're not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, Pringles, they're not legally allowed to call them chips because I think it's because the way that they make them, they're only crisps. So next time you look at a tin of Pringles, they're not Pringle chips, they're just crisps.
Is it because they're like formed or something instead of slices of potato?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Huh. Yeah, it's something I miss about Jersey, because like occasionally I'll get into a semi-heated debate with somebody about whether or not you call it pork roll or Taylor ham, and it's kind of fun.
But people in Jersey, y'all love to fight and debate on stuff. I can't. Yes. Oh my God, the amount of like debates that when I'm ever on the East Coast, whether it's in New York or Maryland, I can go anywhere and someone is debating about something. Especially in New York. Maryland is just like what church do you go to?
And I need to tell them that they're wrong. Like, there's. Do you know what a sloppy Joe is in North Jersey?
No.
I used to work at a deli in New Jersey, and somebody asked me for a turkey sloppy Joe. I was like, we don't have that. They're like, you can't. And then they described what they wanted instead of asking it by name, and it was a turkey sandwich on rye with coleslaw and Thousand Island dressing. And I'm like, wait, people, that's not a sloppy Joe.
That's not a sloppy Joe.
It's not.
I've had plenty of sloppy Joes just being in grade school. I know what a sloppy Joe is. It comes out of a can and goes on a white bun.
Yeah,
that's
49 states, that's correct, and most of New Jersey, that's what a sloppy Joe is. But in some parts of North Jersey, they call it a sloppy Joe is a weird Reuben with coleslaw instead of sauerkraut. I don't understand why.
I mean, I'm not bashing that doesn't sound good, but by definition, that's not a sloppy Joe.
It's not.
Everyone, please in the comments, tell us what a sloppy Joe is, because now I'm confused in life. I'm still a person who I will buy a can of sloppy Joe meat, slap it on a cold white bun, and I'll be that gross person because I'm a white girl and I'll put mayonnaise on it. But I put mayonnaise, like, I'll go to, like, Subway, I'll get a meatball marinara sandwich. I love a good meatball marinara sandwich. It's fucking disgustingly gross. I will ask for mayonnaise on it. I love mayonnaise. I had, today, my breakfast was steamed rice with Hillshire Farms sausage link sausage and some mayonnaise in it. And it's disgustingly, like, delicious to me.
Disgustingly delicious.
I get judged anytime I go out anywhere, and I'll get rice and I'll be like, please don't put butter or salt in it. Can I have some mayonnaise? And I embarrass everyone anytime I go out.
Do you make grilled cheese with mayonnaise instead of butter?
No,
Okay.
that's too. Okay, that's too. Is that a thing?
My friend Nick made me a sandwich like that once, and I was like, why would you do that to me?
I didn't ask for that. What?
You
just put eggs, like mixed up eggs with oil
on the outside
of my
my grilled cheese.
Oh my god, the world is so weird, and yet here we are on the other couch. It's so beautiful. I mean, I've done other weird stuff with food, but we already talked about ginger roots. So, shout out to that one video I saw on FetLife of someone inserting ginger root into their.
Is that called figging?
Yes, it's called figging. I hate that it also has a term too. I might change my name to not ginger because I love ginger so much, especially with sushi. Okay, you know, it's just gonna get weird.
I do have ginger beer. That's what I drink at bars now.
Love ginger beer.
They tend to have it.
Oh yeah, because if they have Jameson, they'll have ginger beer.
And at Stacy's, they had a cock and bowl, which is a pretty good one.
Okay, what is a cock and bowl?
It's a ginger beer that apparently that's the ginger beer that was used to make the first Moscow Mule.
Okay, you'll have to send me that via text so that I can go there because I want a cock and bowl. Wait, oh no, that could be changed to so many things. No, I don't want a cock and bowl. Not a cock. Nope, never mind. Nope, it's already out there. Oh, darn. Well.
I mean, you can go to the supermarket and get the bottles.
I'm not going to the supermarket. I go to Walmart.
Isn't Walmart a supermarket?
No. It's called Walmart is an amusement park.
Okay.
I'll just go there and just look at everyone and watch them and be like, I want to know their story.
I'm still not used to alcohol being served in or being like sellable in a grocery store.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a different thing over here. Yeah, you could buy alcohol anywhere, drive-through liquor stores.
All the gas stations.
Because you don't drink, so.
Well, yeah, I don't drink, but like now I see it everywhere. In Jersey, you have to go to a liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe occasionally there'll be a grocery store that has a liquor store department.
Is it the same in Jersey, like with Maryland? Because I was there just a couple months ago. That you can't, if you have to go to a certain liquor store or a certain like market, but after 10 p.m. they won't sell it to you.
I think that's usually around when they close, but it's like I know the New Jersey and Philly, they have specific laws about licenses.
It's too hot here in Arizona, so all we can do is stay inside with our AC on and get drunk and do weird butt stuff. I'm not really into butt stuff, but I bring it up so often. I don't know why, everyone.
Because it's fun to talk about butts.
It is fun. I like talking about butts. I'm a butt person. Listen, if you have some nice boobies, great, good for you. But I think it's because of the lack of my boobies. I love butts. And if I've ever liked and loved one of your photos or videos, whatnot, it's because of your butt. All genders, all, anyone. non-binary, I don't care. I love butts. It's because you have a pretty cute butt too. No, the other person I'm talking to. I'm talking to one person.
Apparently, when I told my friend about me being intimidated by how many attractive people were at Stacy's, they were like, "Did you get stuck in the hall of mirrors?"
That is. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I have a goth bar I want to take you to now.
Okay.
Um, well, is there anything that you want to like tell like the world? Because you have your Ouija board on, so maybe someone needs an answer. You're already ready to go.
Just ask for permission to touch my planchetta before you do. I guess I'll probably say yes.
Oh, I love that. And if you have any questions, all of a sudden the like necklace starts moving. It starts going, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no, no. Yes, yes. Well, you have been such a treat to
Thank
have
you.
on here. Good. Thank you. I mean, it's always so much fun to, especially since you're local. Now that we know we're going to breakfast bitches, like that's happening, no doubt. I swear.
I mean, I get off of work at usually around noon, so like I can do a brunch pretty much any day of the week.
Cool.
Just let me know.
I get off never, but always off all the time.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I do get off. I'm sorry. I do have orgasms. My apologies. I shouldn't say that. Thank God my boyfriend doesn't listen all the way to the end of the podcast. I love you, honey, so much. But thank you guys. Thank you all so much. And also thank you for this gift that you got me. This is such a nice dress.
Glad you like it.
Yeah, no, it's been really cool. And the fact that I got 2 of them is even cooler. Hold on, because I've been sweating. Oh.
I mean, I'm glad you got any dress at all, but I'm definitely glad you got 2.
I just sweat like a whore in a church house. Where that bit didn't land at all. But you know what? It was totally worth it. I love Amazon, and I appreciate them so much. Thank you, Amazon. Please sponsor us. Don't. This has been the Ugly Couch Podcast, and this has been Morg. You're more than welcome to look in the links down below to follow they, them. Also, you're a magician, which I love. That is like the coolest thing. Your like terms are it's them mage and the magician.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing something like I'm gonna be a magician. I love magic. It's great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Ugly Couch Podcast. We post new episodes every Sunday, Tuesday, sometimes Fridays. Sorry about St. Patty's Day. I'm Irish, so don't fucking come at me. And thank you, Mark, so much for being on here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll see you guys later. If you guys want me to do the outro, you gotta send me some ideas. So, yeah, bye.